Work. Thank you. Oh, good evening, everybody. It is Tuesday, the 25th of August, and my mind has just been blown. Completely and utterly blown. Yeah. There is no way that you should be able to go round that, or I should be able to go round that track 2 to 2.5 seconds faster in one car than any other car. This one's broke. Wheels Racing, David, you probably haven't got a hope. The Elantra is just on another plane. The G70 was 2 seconds slower. I then jumped into the BMW, 2.5 to 3 seconds slower, despite pushing. Jump back into the Elantra, boom, straight back on it again. I don't quite know what to say. I honestly, I do not quite know what to say. I really don't. Well, I do know what to say. I wonder. We had a new Elantra, didn't we, in the update? Dare I start a conspiracy theory that Hyundai are sponsoring Gran Turismo right now to make their cars better than everybody else and to get more and more people racing in the Elantras, because that is some extra performance that we've got in that car, and that is some advert for Hyundai, for the amount of people that play Gran Turismo and that stream and people see how quick it is. I want to see. Let's just have a little look in here. I'm going to put you on a big screen here. Look. Where are we? Wheels are 127.3. The Aston Martin. And Greg's doing a 124, and I got a 125.8. And Wheels is one of our fastest racers at PSR right now, and he's 2.5 seconds off the pace. And Greg will be all over the back of him here. All over the back of him. This is definitely, I mean, he's pushing as hard as he can. He's into wall as well with four wheels. This is going to be an Elantra only. It's ridiculous. What's David doing? David's in the Supra. A 131. He is 6.5 seconds off the pace. And David is no slouch either. David is quick. Let's see what he can do as he comes around. He's going to have to take time off that, surely. He does, but it's a 129. It is still 4.5 tenths. Let's just watch him. 4.5 tenths of a second. He's off. Let's just do the follow cam and see if there's any errors. Four and a half seconds? This is crazy. Genesis used to be great around here, but he's 0.9 up, but he's still got to find another 3.5 seconds down the main straight. He needs an enormous run out of this corner to try and get anywhere close. 10 Racing has just put a 125, but in the Elantra. I'm interested in those people that aren't in the Elantras right now. We're going to be going racing in about 6 minutes, but I need to say welcome to 10 Racing, who has said, hey Mitch, just got off my first day of work. Hope it went well, my friend. Hope it went well. I won't be able to join round 1 of Ollie's, though. Should be good for round 2. Not a problem. Not a problem. And let's see what David comes across. I mean, it wasn't a bad lap. It wasn't untidy. What's he going to come across in? Still 3 seconds off the best. 3 seconds. It's crazy. I just don't understand it. What's Wheels in? Okay, Wheels is now in the McLaren. Let's just watch. I'm just going to watch Wheels for a second here. I've got a few minutes. Good evening, number 1 Pops. This has just blown my mind this evening. Gran Turismo might just have become a single make GR4 game, I think, until they patch this and whatever. Wheels is still 2.5 seconds off the pace. He's in the McLaren. He likes the McLaren. He's quick in the McLaren. And I remind you that the guy that was sitting on board here is one of the fastest racers at PSR at the moment. Greg is right up there as well. I'd love for Ollie to be in here and see what he could be doing in a different car. But let's see what happens. 2.5 seconds he's off at the moment. And he's still, well, that was the outlap. So let's see how he goes in this one. I mean, not only is the Hyundai quick, he's so planted. And you seem to be able to go through some of the corners in a higher gear than normal, and it's on rails. Absolutely on rails. What's he doing? He's a second down. So he's not going to get anywhere close. He's 2.5 seconds down on his best lap already. Greg White has just done a 1:24.8. This is incredible. We will be going racing in a few minutes, guys. Forgive me. I'm trying to balance this in my head at the moment because I don't think I can remember. I suppose the last time that Proliferate Digital did this was with the, I think I did it with the Suzuki, didn't they? And then they did it with, there was another car that everybody had to be in. But this is a whole new level. So wheels, that's a good lap. And he's still 2.6 off. He's nowhere in this car. Greg White, a 24.7. Wheels are 28.8. 4 seconds off Greg's time. JB, good evening, good evening, good evening. This is stupid. This is silly. Anybody that is not in the Elantra tonight is going to be chewed up, absolutely chewed up. And as you can see, David's already jumped into Elantra. He's given in. And it won't be long before Wheels jumps into the Elantra as well. I've tried a few cars. What did I try? I tried the Elantra, the M4, the Lancia Evolution, and the G70. The G70, I was 2 seconds slower. The Lancia Evolution just gave up on it. And the M4, I was about 3.5 seconds slower. If my memory serves me correctly, it might not. I would love for somebody like to try the Atenza or the Viper. It was a Citroen, wasn't it? A Citroen G was the car to be in. But at the moment, I tell you, it is the Elantra all day long. Wheels has now jumped into the Audi TT. And again, the Audi TT was normally a relatively decent ride. It was a good competitive car, but well, let's see. He's up against number one Pops. Now, we know number one Pops is loving the new physics. And Will should be able to stay with number one and get a slipstream. So, you know, what is that going to do to his lap time here? We are going to have to go racing in a minute. So, yeah, we'll park that one for the minute. In the room, we've got Wills, Greg, me, David, 10, number one, Matt Evo. Only 7 of us tonight. Matt Evo, make it fair. I think you should all be banned from the Elantra tonight, and only me in it. That's me and you, mate. Me and you. Oh, man, alive. I can't believe. I cannot believe that. JB, sorry, my PS takes an age to switch on, or might need you to join the next one, my friend. We'll be into the next one soon enough, and I think this one is all going to be a little bit academic. Right, looks like Wheels is staying in the... All right, this is going to be interesting. Looks like Wheels is staying in the TT Cup, so let's get this one underway, and we'll see. I don't know. It's all an Antra. I have a feeling. I have a very strong feeling that Wheels is going to get eaten up. Again, Wheels is one of the quick racers here, so he should be up the front in that TT. It used to be a great car around here, an absolutely brilliant car around here. Alas, well, yeah. Hello Stephen, how you doing? Loving Daily B this week. Are you in the Elantra? I haven't even looked at the dailies, to be honest, this week. I've not had a chance. What is Daily Race B? And what is everybody in? Number one pops dicing with the dirt there. That's with ice through that corner. Braking that a lot later than I normally do. At the moment. One pop's going well up from 1.2 at the moment. I think away past that down the main straight, but not nearly enough to make any difference. Oh, I'm in the grass and the wall. Just didn't get the rotation through there. I haven't got my gear issue in this Elantra either that I had the other day. Guys up front have got slipstreams. I have the benefit of. didn't change down there. That's completely messed up my chicane. We've been changing down in the Lancer all the time, except for that one time. Going quicker, but we're still 2.4 behind. Everybody is going quicker at the moment. Well, it looks like Stephen's disappeared. I'm so interested to see what daily race B was this week. Take a look later on. So a half a second quicker, but the guys in front are going half a second quicker too. Let's hit the front. Number one Pops second and 10 Racing third. Number one Pops was absolutely on fire last night. Winning races and up on the podium all the time. Looks like he's going to do the same again tonight. Just don't seem to be able to make many inroads on the guys up front. 1.5 now to 10 Racing. Still going half a second quicker. Going quicker and quicker and quicker. The guys up front going quicker and quicker and quicker too. Oh no, we're off again. Into the rock barrier. Oh, I can't get off the grass. Look at that. I was doing all right up and couldn't get off the grass. I was pushing that so hard to try and catch those three in front. Just ended up overdriving the car off the track there for a moment. Where was Wills? Look at that. It's only a 6-lap race. And he is at least 2 seconds a lap slower than everybody in front. At least 2 seconds. Looks like it's 22 seconds behind. What's that, 3.5 seconds a lap slower? Oh, that hurts. That hurts. Yeah, that's not good. That is not fun at all. 10 was in the wall. Oh, of course he was. He was run off, wasn't he? He was run off. I remember now. But I'd love to know what the times are. I'm going to look at a moment to see what the times for that one are. Let's just do it on this. It's easier. I tell you, I do like the way that the grass is not forgiving. When I put a wheel on that grass there, I just couldn't get it over at all. Safe to say the Elantra is meta. Not even close. Not even close. Matt Evo, apologies, Dave, if it was you, I accidentally bumped off turn 1. And that's why I stopped and waited. Thank you, my friend, for waiting. Greg, a 1:24.6 and the fastest lap in first place. Number 1 Pops in second, a 1:25.3. 10 Racing in third, a 1:24.7. And I got 4th Wills in 5th A 1:26.0. That was his fastest lap. A 1:26.0 over a second and a half slower than Greg and the guys out front. Matt Evo 6th, David in 7th. First three for tonight, Greg, Pops, 10 Racing. Well done, guys. Right, we're going to be heading off to Brands Hatch for the next one. And we'll see what will happen. We will see what happens. Oh, Matt took William out. Oh, Matt, it's all right. Take William out. That's not a problem. He's quick enough. That gives the rest of us a bit of a chance. Right. So what's everybody going to go in this one? I'm assuming they're going to go in the Elantra again. Surely. I mean, is it the go-to car at every track? I wonder. I tell you what, if that is the case, I might just ditch a lot of GR4 races in favour of other classes for the time being until they sort it out. Because otherwise, it's just. I mean, I'll run the occasional. GR4, but it's just going to be Elantras all the time. And one of the things I really like is where we're at, or we ban the Elantra. That might be the way to do it. Ban the Elantra. That might seriously be the way to handle that one. All right. What are we? Megane, Scirocco, Elantra, Cayman, TT, 86, Lancer, Elantra, G70. Racing mediums for this one. Let's pop some mediums on. And what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to race with Matt on this one. So if he goes in the Elantra, which is quick, I'm going to go in the Genesis, which has been pretty slow. At least it was around Elantra, and I can't imagine it would be much different around here. Once again, couldn't change down the second when I wanted to. Again, tried to change down, it was third there, didn't have it. Again, it didn't change down and then it puts you off because you're then going too quick for a corner. Gr.x, yeah. Electra, Gen are okay, ban both for now. Well, the Genesis as well. Genesis is slow. Right, 4 minutes and we're going to go racing. Once again, it did change down when I wanted it to. Out there in front at 131.5. Hulky with a 133.1, Wills with a 133.2, 10 with a 133.4. It's really close up front. Danny with a 133.5. Down with a 133.9. Eating Ollie. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. Once again, no change down to third through there. Down where I wanted it to again. That time it did change down. Racing. Let's just come out of there and see what we've got. This is going to be interesting. So Wills is in the Megane, Greg is in the Scirocco, I'm in the G70, David's in the Cayman, Hulk is in the TT, 10 Racing is in the Elantra, number 1 is in the Lancer, Matt Evo's in the Elantra and Taron is in the Elantra. So we'll see how we go. Taylor, how long are you going to be? And Grenster, I'll give you a couple of minutes. Have a look and see what the times are. Ooh, didn't mean to do that. So we've got Will's in the McGann with a 132. I'm a 133.7. Greg's a 131.0. I don't know what cars they're in. Always in the Scirocco. This is a little bit better. This is a little bit tighter. Matt Evo. So far the new physics suiting me better, but I'm quite new, so hadn't mastered the old ones properly yet. Yeah, I think you're going to have, that's going to be in your favour, my friend. I think that is definitely going to be in your favour. Right, I can see the Grenster's in, and I think this is Taylor just coming in. Yep, it's Brian. So we'll get going as soon as these guys are in. What's Holkey in? He's in the TT. Yeah, this Genesis is really slow now. I'm just waiting for Brian to jump in, then we'll go. He's gone for the Cayman too. Whoop. So we got a bit of a mix of cars. So around Atlanta, it was Elantra all the way. Really, really interested in this one. So a lot of the quick guys have gone for different cars, and it'd be interesting to see how the Elantra goes in this one. Wasn't, it certainly should have been. Oh, sorry, Wills. Off the grass. Well, off on the grass, I should say. It's off the grass now too. Off on the grass again. Can't get my words out tonight. Oh, I followed him. I'm going around. Can't get off the track. Traction control is off. Somebody else off up here. His wheel's gone round. Wheels will catch up. I have no doubt. Just trying to catch Matt at the moment. Somebody's taken out the #1 board back there. Matt is 1.3 ahead of me at the moment. Still 1.3. Oh, I didn't change down gear again. I wasn't even going quick there. We're out front, #1 pops second and Greg in third at the moment. It's looking like Grenston might have been a little bit sideways through that corner. Looking at the mini-map, the little arrow looked to be at a funny old angle. He's still out front by some margin. At the moment, I cannot catch Matt. Matt is in the Evo, is in the Elantra. I'm in the Genesis, and I'm matching times, but it's still 1.3. I'm going to go very quiet now and concentrate so I can catch him. Down to 0.9, but it's not enough. Yes. He's going away from me off of the corner. I've got a great corner there and he's still driving away. Okay, that Elantra is netter. Wow. Still driving away from me. Woo! So, yes, interesting. Very interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. So Grenster, Pops and Greg out front. So 10 Racing in the Elantra in 4th. And Taron on Matt 7th and 8th. Oh. Taylor with the same problem as me. Apologies, Wills, wouldn't downshift. I've got the same problem. I have got the same problem. Basically, if you're going too quick, or revs, but I'm told it's speed. If you're going too quick, it will not change down. So basically, we're just trying to change down gear too soon. And I know at the moment I am spending more time thinking about what gear I'm in than actually racing. And that is making me quite a bit slower and quite a bit more apprehensive at the moment. Yeah, that's something we're going to have to get used to, my friend. We are going to have to get used to that quick smart. Right, okay, so that's the GR4s. We're going to head into the GR3s now and see how we go in those. And I'm going to do something a little bit weird in a minute. Grenstar, a 131.814 in first. Number 1 Pops in second, a 132.884. Pops is loving this update. He's on the podium all the time at the moment. I tell you what, Pops, you should get out the daily races. I reckon you'll be A+ in no time, the way you're going. Greg White in third with a 130.954 and the fastest lap. The only one in the 130s. Well done, mate. 10 Racing 4th. David 5th. Brian Potter in 6th. Taron 7th. Matt Evo going really well in 8th. I got 9th. Wheels behind me with the spin and the crash in 10th. And Hulky, well, Hulky's having some difficulties at the moment. We're going to get to those in just a moment. But Grenster, number 1 Pops and Greg White, you're 1, 2, 3. Let me just set up the next one, and then I'll tell you what all of the that little graphic on the screen is all about. Don't know quite which car I'm going to race with at the moment, so we'll have a little look and see what other people go in. So we're at Sanquhar B in the GR3s, then Red Bull Ring in the GR3s, and then Yamigawa in the GR2s. I've gone for the Red Bull Ring because I'm interested to see what the penalties are like now, and also jumping the cars across the curbs, which is a classic that a lot of people do. So I think that would be quite interesting. For those of you that are watching, thank you ever so much for supporting the channel. Really appreciate it. And you'll notice bottom right-hand corner that we have got Hulky's logo up at the moment with a GoFundMe address underneath. If you put www.gofundme/53210-1DFE, you will find out what this is all about. But basically, we are trying to... Mikey, good evening. Good evening, good evening. We're trying to get behind our friend Hulky. Let me just put you on spectate at the moment. And we are trying to get some funds together. We've got about £230 at the moment of the 400 that Greg is trying to get together for a haptics vest for Hulky to plug into a PC, hook up to his network, and then when he's racing, he should get these vibrations around his body that will give him some idea of what is going on, because at the moment, the implants, hearing aid implant thing that he's got wired into his head it's just causing all sorts of confusion, and the noise outside of the game, even with headphones on, is just coming through so much that he's finding it very, very disconcerting, very difficult to race without the feeling the cars and the tracks. And I'm in the middle of writing a video at the moment for when I do a 24-hour live stream, because you know, Hulky is deaf, whereas I am only partially deaf in one ear. But even I can relate to what he's saying about listening to music. When you listen to a pop song, you don't listen to the lyrics, you listen to the beat. It's all about the vibration and the beat, because you can't pick up the lyrics. And the only way I can pick lyrics up is if I'm reading the words and trying to listen intently to the singer, and as well as being disorientated and all the other things that come with deafness. So what we're trying to do is we're just trying to get him initially a haptics vest, and then if it takes off and we can get a few more pounds in, then we might try and look at what the cost of a basic motion rig would be. You can get these motion rig pistons or whatever that will go on the bottom of rigs and give you some sensation of movement with don't want to do that, with braking and stuff like that, braking, turning, etc. So yeah, this is where we're at. I'm going to start this one at 10.2, so XX50, and what have we got? We've got the Supra, F-Type Suzuki. Oh, there's all sorts. I think I'm going to go with the where's the Sprint? I haven't used the Sprint in a while. As you can see here, there's my Sprint, and we are on racing soft for this one. And the other thing I want to do, I want to take the traction control off, because these cars do seem to be a little bit better with the traction control off. Mikey, has the update changed much? Don't know if I could go through learning to drive in game again. Yes, it's changed massively. Massively. I think it's a lot better for people on controllers. I'm even hearing, I'm just going to put you on spectate at the moment. I'm hearing that some people are dropping their wheels and going back to controller because they are finding it easier to race Gran Turismo on the controller than they are the wheel. I'm hearing some of that in Reddit at the moment, which is absolutely insane. I don't understand that, but there we go. Gearing's changed, so I'm finding that sometimes when I change down the gear it will change, sometimes it won't. Cars are a bit lighter. I was racing in some road cars yesterday, and when you get up to speed they're quite light and moving around a bit, and a lot of people do say that people that race for real are saying it's a bit more realistic, although a lot of people are really complaining about it. And as we saw at Michelin Raceway Road Atlanta, I think it's now a case of making sure that you are in the right car, because I jumped into the Elantra and I was 2 to 2.5 seconds faster. I need to look back now, 2 to 2.5 seconds faster than the G70, when I'm normally really quick in the G70. The BMW was about 3.5. I tried about 3 or 4 different cars, and they were all seconds slower than the Elantra around that track. So yeah, it does look like maybe are sponsoring Gran Turismo at the moment, and maybe got some preferential treatment on that car. But we got different cars at the moment. Oh, maybe the car that I should be in this one would be the Hyundai. Maybe. I mean, a few people have told me that before. Maybe I should be in the Genesis around here. Who knows? Who knows? Yes, Mikey's had that gearbox downshift since the last update. The thing is, I didn't tend to downshift too aggressively. I would brake and then downshift fractionally after I started braking. But what I'm now having to do is to brake and downshift rather than brake downshift. I've got to give it a little bit of a pause. And the problem is, and when I'm racing, and maybe I just want to get another downshift just to get a bit of rotation in the car. It doesn't downshift. The car then is just understeering off. When I think that where people are talking about this understeering issue, that might be it. Where it's not changing down gear, the car is carrying too much speed in the corner and it just understeers off. I'm finding that a lot. Right, in this one, Wheels Racing, Gr.x, Grenster, me, David, Hulky, 10 Racing, Number One Pops, Matt Evo, Brian and Taron. Let's get this one underway and see what we can do. The BMW doesn't rev quite so high, and I did find that I was okay with the gears in this last night, so let's hope that this is the same and it is just the GR4s that are not broken, but I've got to learn to race differently, which is really annoying because I'm better in the GR4s than any other car. as you guys may well know. Right, I should be on. The traction control is off for this one. A few people have said about pushing the brake balance to the rear on Piprothin. Haven't really played around with that too much. And the other thing a few people have said to me is, oh, change the setup in the car, the springs and all dampers and all of that malarkey, and because they're very stiff in the last updates. But of course we're on bot, which means a lot of that isn't coming into play. Let's see what we can do. Well, I haven't looked at the Audis, Mikey. Although Wheels was running the, was he running the Audi TT a minute ago? What? Somebody was running the Audi TT a minute ago, and it was slow. I just cannot catch a break at the minute. I cannot lie, I'm not enjoying Gran Turismo right now. It just does not want to turn, and again, it's when I'm trying to snatch the downshift and it doesn't come in, the car doesn't do what I'm expecting it to do, and I'm off. I think it was Grenston that said to me last night that it's speed-based rather than rev-based, but I'm just not able to work out what it is. I did look at the gear ratios in the ECU thing in the setup. I cannot work out where it does and where it doesn't. And like around Michelin earlier on, I had a couple of downshifts that worked. The next lap they didn't work. So I'm not even getting like the consistency in there. Honest. Let's just see if we can catch up with these back markers. It's a shame, mate, because I think that it was good before. They went through a couple of releases where it was awful, and I felt that the physics were really good. But obviously they are constantly changing realism, and somebody's come in and gone, that's not real. I mean, I have a bit of a theory, but it is only a personal theory, and I haven't heard it anywhere, and I don't think there's any proof in it, and that is that the Caterham felt absolutely fantastic when we did the Friday night special. It really, really was light, and you could slide it and catch it. It was wonderful, and I'm just wondering whether the physics have been tweaked for that particular car, or that somebody like was road testing the Caterhams, who runs Caterhams in the real world, and said, you know what, this is just it's too sticky, it's just too good. But I don't know. Something's changed for some reason. I think Greg said he's braking about 10 yards later than normal. A lot of people are saying that you can brake a lot later. Somebody said on Reddit the other day they were doing Fishman's Ranch, and you could just drive around with 100% throttle. Didn't even need to lift. Just a bit crazy. But we've all got the same physics, so we've just got to learn to work with them. Talk to number one Pops, he'll tell you he loves it. Get around there better than I would normally, just by burying the throttle and twisting the steering. Oh, still slid into the wall there. catch those guys up front. But I need to put track time in because I've just got to get to grips with this now. Starting to click with this. I'm not missing gear changes quite as much at the moment. A lot of people I listen to are saying that it's more arcadey than it was. As in, you can just chuck the car in and it just sticks. And in some respects you can. Look at that. I can't normally go through there without lifting. I did catch the wall, but normally you would be massively hard into the wall through there if I did that. One thing I do like very much is if you put and it's caught me out several times, if you try and abuse the track limits, then it will hurt. It's a bit like the old gravel traps in the old Formula 1 days. You put a wheel in the gravel trap, it slows you down, you're off. It's the same with this. If you put a wheel on the grass, it sucks you in like it would normally do on the grass. Where are we? 11 seconds behind Brian. It's never going to catch, but see what we can do. Finding these gear changes a little bit better in this car. I don't think I've had a missed downshift all race in this one. And the thing I am finding with the GR3s is I'm able to drive them a little bit more like a GR4. You can be a lot more aggressive with the throttle. That was quite an aggressive throttle application in second gear, and it just took it. See, not lifting, got the steering wheel right over, now a million miles away from the wall there. So you seem to be able to put a whole load of extra steering in. It will just drag the car through the corner, which, I don't know, I'm finding a little unrealistic because at that point I would be expecting to be getting oversteer. If I got the steering wheel cranked right over, not oversteer, understeer. If I got the steering wheel cranked right over like that, when I'm racing I barely go above 90 degrees. Turn, and in that corner I was right over. I don't know if you can see on the screen there. I hear a lot of the cars are slower. There's a long straight down there. Not getting anywhere near that speed, Mikey. But, you know, it's the same for everybody. Look, crank that right over. Look at that. Oh gosh, that shouldn't be right. That was right over on the steering wheel. As in, that was like 180 degree turn there. Yes, that was 180 degree turn through those two. Wow. Matt Evo up there in fourth. That was incredible. Yeah, so going through those corners when normally I've been at 90 degrees and just letting the car slide through the corner, on that one I was cranked over 480 degrees and the car was still gripping and going through the corner. That is big difference. A massive difference. That was like it was on rails, and I was doing that without traction control as well. Traction control fully off. Absolutely insane. And Matt making good use of the change. Of course, he's coming into sim racing fairly new, so he's not really had time to settle in with the old physics. So he could just learn straight away, whereas a lot of us are going to need to unlearn and learn. So Matt, what I would say is get out there and get your DR up, because I reckon you can get an easy B now. And as he said, wow, my best ever finish in PSR. Love it. Oh, yes, though. This is a bit weird this week. Gr.x in the Suzuki, the winner, a 210.667. Wheels Racing up there in with a 209.569. The only one in the 209, so well done. Number one, Pop, still on the podium. He's up there, a 210.997. Loving these new, what's it? A new physics. Matt Evo also in the Lancer Evolution, so maybe the Lancer Evolution is a car to look at. A 211.285, and that isn't taking anything away from Matt. All I'm saying is for number one Pops and Matt to be in third and fourth there, ahead of things like the Supra and the Ferrari and the Porsche. Yeah, a little bit surprised. So maybe that is a car to look at. Greg White in the F-Type, in fifth. I'll be expecting him to be up with the top three. And again, Brian in the Supra, I'd be expecting that to be higher up too in sixth. David in seventh. 10 Racing in eighth in the Renault. I got ninth. Taron 10th, and Hulky with a DNF on that one. Wow. Okay, let's just see. Let's just experiment here. I'm going to do something really wacky here. Very wacky. This race is going to be starting at 1:15. Matt, I had to pick the Evo because of the name. Matt Evo, exactly. BMW Endurance, I was quicker in than the Mitsubishi earlier. What are we looking for? What are we on? Red Bull Ring, medium tyres for this one. Right, let's just have a little look and see what happens. This will be interesting. Still feel like I'm sitting on the roof for that one. tyres, so I'm braking where I normally brake on the soft tyres. Definitely putting a little bit more steering lock in. Right. Yeah, I was fully locked, fully over there, as in a 180-degree lock. It's slowing me right down, this update. 3 seconds off the page, fully opposite lock going through corner. Just doesn't feel right. Fully lock even. Jardia not happy with the steering angle now. Did look very strange. Oh, it's, yeah. See my hands, but I just zoomed out a little bit on the camera. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to go back to doing what I normally do. I think I can't get to. That just doesn't feel right with the lock right over there. We are stuck with what it is, my friend. We're all in the same boat. I think I said we'd start at 10 past, didn't I? I can't keep messing around. Oh no, quarter past. Okay, now I've got 5 minutes. Cool, good. Well, they can't go over the physics update immediately anyway, can they? Because they're doing some of these like World Series race things that are going on at the moment. So, so it'll be with us for a while. But they must be getting feedback from the community. So whether they will do something in September, October, November, I don't know. I suspect they'll probably change something towards the end of the year, maybe October, November. I've done it before. Not, we're just going to have to get used to it. Like I said, I like it when you put a wheel on the grass. So that's going to stop all these people that are massively cutting corners. Hello, Chicken Yoga. Oh, see? Oh, yeah. When you try jumping those curbs, it doesn't like it. Wouldn't be surprised, actually. That's a very good call, Mikey. Greg White, a 131.151. wheels and 132s. Hello Saddam, how you doing? Thank you for finding us and popping in and saying hello. I will read your comment in a moment when I can get to a point where I can look at the chat. A bit difficult around Red Bull Ring. I did see you just Googling. Thank you very much. Appreciate that for popping in and saying hello. Very, very much appreciated. Oh, here we go, you see. You used to be able to jump that little bit of curve there on the way through. Now, it just throws you off. Right, we're going racing in just a couple of minutes, just over a minute. Well. Right, who we got? We've got Wills, Greg, Grenster, me, David, 10, number 1 Pops, Matt Evo, Taron, Brian, I need to tick in. Oh, you're welcome, my friend. 1975, Adam, thank you for popping in, saying hello. And thank you for the videos, been coming in handy. Oh, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. I've got 3 more to do. I'm just, I don't know, I'm going to have to do them with the new physics. But I can see me having to redo those when the new ones comes out. The BMW is more lenient on the curbs. Should I go back to my Beamer? I think I'm going to go back to my Beamer. I like my BMW. Let's give this one a whirl around here and see how we're fixed. Okay, right, so we are going to be going racing in just under a minute. But it was very aggressive across that curb. It really, really threw me out. Right, Wills has gone in the Ferrari. Greg White is in the Gr.x. Grenster is in the Suzuki. I'm in the M6. David is in the 296 Ferrari. 10 Racing's gone for the Mercedes AMG. Number 1 Pops has gone for Lancer Evolution. Matt Evo's in the Gr.x. Oh, he's not gone for the Evo. That's thrown me. Brian Potter's in the 296 and Taron is in the 911. Let's get into this one and see if I can actually finish a race without crashing. I'm not saying to take the curb still, but it's not as volatile, says Grenster. Yeah, I'm going to stay off the curbs. I'm staying away from the curb. I mean, there's certain curbs that you can run and certain curbs you can't. Right, here we go then. So, oh, I'm on the front row. Ugh. traction control at one. Ah, no. Well, everybody said that you could drive the GR3s without traction control and you couldn't spin them. I'm proving them wrong. I'm back to full-on spinning. Corner where it didn't change down here. Just got to get used to it. Right. Turn racing is quicker than me. He'll be right back up in front of me there. Got no confidence through these corners. How was that not a penalty? It was right over the curb there. That one is. Oh. It's like all of the confidence I built before the update is all gone at the moment. I'm concentrating more on gears and rather than what I should be doing. Right there. 10 racing's off, gone, another half-second penalty for me. Wow, 2 days in, and I have not had a good race yet, not one good race. wrecked every single one of my races. Feels a lot better when I drive it like I used to drive the GR3s, rather than just throwing it around like some of the Jeeva said you do, or some of the reports I had was you just chuck it in. I'm not feeling that myself. When I do that, I chuck it in and I try and drive it like a GR4, I'm definitely crashing it. So I'm definitely going to have to rethink in my head how I am going to be doing that. Matt Evo 7, Brian Potter out front though. Taylor Green and Wills looks like they had a good race. Yeah, I'm there. I'm hoping I don't get back into the same boat that I was in the last physics update. The last physics update took me about 2 or 3 weeks to get settled in. It took me a long time. I was really hoping that I'd got a bit better and I would be able to settle in better for this one, but at the moment it's not looking it. William, great battles, 10 racing, switch cars last second, not a good idea for me. JB, do people here use traction control? I do. I use traction control 1. As you can see there, traction control off, and all the confidence went. So I went back and I popped that one back on. Brian Potter, 131.830. And the win, Wheels Racing just 0.6 behind, a 131.217, and David in third with a 132.208. The Ferrari's going well around there. Look, the Ferrari 1, 2, 3. Grenster in the Suzuki got the fastest lap, a 131.007. Number 1 Pops in 5th, Greg White in 6th, Matt Evo 7th. I got 8th, 10 Racing 9th, and Taron in 10th. It's just one of the things, so the top 3, Brian, Wills and David, and the one thing I'm sort of seeing a little bit of tonight is, and I don't know if this is the case, but it seems to be being in the right car. Have we gone back to one car being particularly good at any one track? I'm just wondering, because to get 3 Ferraris on the top step there, and Grenster was way out front in the Suzuki at one point, I'm just wondering. Taylor, 100% Mitch, he says. I'm beginning to wonder whether you've got to be in the right car. I really do. Well, we're going to go with the NSX concept because that is the car that we always go in. And I am going to start this race. It's going to be starting at... I'm actually going to start this one at past. Really quick. Just get people straight into this one. Taylor, totally different experience in that Ferrari. I had a racing incident. Whoa! Well, that was weird. Wow, that was weird because I was going around that corner. Grip was insane. Through that corner, Grip in there was insane. little bit ambitious. Don't normally go through there in fourth. Oh, I didn't hold. We're really struggling. Is definitely recommending the Suzuki. From the wheels, sorry, 123 from wheels is what we are chasing. I think. Let's get going. So we have got Wheels, Greg, Grenston, me, David, 10, number 1 Pops, Matt Evo, Brian Potter and Tayron. Let's see if I can have a half decent race. Oh, it's not a beginner friendly car though, he says. Okay. Chicken Yoga, try not to use traction control, JB. If it's raining and for everyone power cars, yes. I don't know what I'm on with regards to traction control. No. Got it off. We're off again. Can't even get this turned around and get it on track. trying stuff tonight to see where the grip is in this thing. You can't go through there that quick. Oh. Trying to get back on track is a nightmare too. This will not turn. Up again. He's definitely having trouble out of this corner. Loving these little physics. Nice win. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know quite what to say. I am struggling big time. Like I've never struggled on this game before. Right, we're going to do a Nords. We are going to do a Nords. And we're going to do a big one. We're going to do a big race. GR3s, 2 laps. Number 1, your winner, a 1:23.134. Wheels Racing, a 1:22.486. Fastest lap in second. Greg White in third, a 1:25.359. Brian in fourth. 10 Racing in fifth. David sixth. Matt Evo seventh. Taron in eighth. Grenston ninth. Way down there in 10th. That again, some of these have been my races tonight, and that is one of them. The GR2s around Yamigawa is one I normally do really well, and I am a minute off with all those spins and crashes. Number 1, Pops Wheels and Greg White. Yeah. I don't quite know what to say. I honestly and goodness do not know what to say right now. Words are, it's quite unusual for me, but words are actually failing me, if I'm honest. Yeah, we can do a smashy after this one. Oh, I've just done a, oh yeah, 2 laps, yeah. We can do a smashy after this one. I don't know, I think I know what it is. I think my confidence has gone. I think that's my issue, is I've just complete lack of confidence. Oh, Matt, come and do it. Two laps, come and give it a go. Oh, Matt, I hope you're right. I need to do some racing with Sophie, I think. I'll go in the Ferrari. Where's the Ferrari? Yeah. I've got a little job to do, guys. I will be back in just a moment, guys. Right. see what we can do. Hopefully everybody's ready and we'll go straight away. Everybody's ticked in. Matt, are you definitely not going to do this? Are you definitely not going to run? Best way to learn. Ah, he's jumped out. Okay, no, he's not. You can still jump in. You can still watch, mate. Go on board with Wills or Greg and learn. Jump in and then just spectate if you don't want to run it. All right, no worries. No worries. Okay, let's go then. Right, so we're in the Ferrari. Let's see what we can do. This will be interesting. I have not had a good race since Friday. Got to do better. Got to do better than this. This is ridiculous. If I don't get this sorted out, I might as well just pack up stuff up and go home. Centre here. Oh, that's slippery. Followed somebody off on the grass there. Binned it again. Oh, this is not my night. These curbs. I cannot touch them. I need to find a car that can ride the curbs, because that's ridiculous. You just touch the curb and you're going round. Watching Greg here, he's going nowhere near the curbs. I'm normally up over that one. I want to watch Greg. Go, Greg. I want to watch his lines. No, he's stuck again. Oh, he's going across that bit of that curve. not go through the carousel like that. I'm not enjoying this at the moment. I mean, it's fine. I know I've got to get to grips with it, but at the moment, I'm not really enjoying this very much. I can't believe even Greg is spinning.
Sorry, Tower. Goodness sake. Jay, don't worry about it, mate. Greg's struggling. Oh man, this is ridiculous. This is just crazy ridiculous. Not a lot I can say about that. Words are failing me right now. You can't touch the curbs. I've got some replays to watch. I've got some replays to watch. Grandster, I used to use the curbs a lot. Around the Nordschleifer, I used to run some of those curbs, just bring the tyres up onto it. And as soon as you hit the tyre on it, you're going around. Grandster was your winner. Brian Potter second, 10 Racing third. David got the fastest lap on 8:23.819. Wills got fifth, and then I didn't make it to the end. Greg didn't. Number one Pops gave up as well, and Taron gave up too. Yeah, just number one Pops. I got stuck on the grass 30 seconds, couldn't get off it, so I quit. Sorry, mate. I don't blame you. I'm not gonna lie. If I was not hosting, regardless of the rules, I think I'd have just given up tonight. I'd have given up after about the third race. Yeah, I've never felt like this about Gran Turismo before. Friday, I felt all right. I don't mind the grass, but if you can't take the curbs like a normal GT racing car, then something's not quite right. If you want my opinion. You know, I sort of want it to be like a proper racing car. Let's just see what these are like around here. Matt Evo, Polly, defo have to fix a few things. Bit of fine tuning certainly needed. Yeah, I don't know. It's just I've got to get to grips with this. I need to get to grips with this. It's that easy. It's that easy. It's no point getting upset about it. There's no point going online and joining all the haters, because you know this is what PD have given us. We've all got the same issues. Number one Pops jumping in and doing really, really well. Whereas he and I normally racing together, he's away in podium and I'm right at the back of the field. I mean, I am going to be back racing with the people at the very back very soon. Right, I'm going to start this race at 10 past. And then I might, because I'm feeling really angry and frustrated. Angry with myself and frustrated. So I might do a little bit of Sophie, which I might just leave the stream running, but I might do a bit of Sophie running just to see if I can just get my head back in the game. Yeah, Grenster, I've done it. Changed my profile. It goes for everybody as well. If you're on a direct drive wheel, please turn it down so you don't hurt your hands if you get tripped out of your hands. All right, yeah, man, I think I've got to race a bit more like you, my friend. You've been going well tonight. I'm really pleased with your fourth place. There's a podium coming now, mate. That's all you got to do. Step up and there'll be a podium very, 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 very soon. Right. I'm just gonna race this and see what happens. Right, I'm gonna go traction control 1. We've got a couple of Bugatti VGTs, they're gonna be good. Oh, that was a big hit. Hey, when the front's got no rear lights on it. Oh yeah, it does. When you get up close. Oh, he's still going. Quite a tactical smashy battery, this one. We've got the two Bayrons out front, I think, now. I was facing the right way till I wasn't. No worries, Nico, no problem, no problem. You missed me having a bit of a mare of a night, actually. Having an absolute mare of a night. Quite get up through there quick enough. How many more are crashing into me? It was running a new livery. I've got to keep that with my car. Get that together. Good wall riding. Yesterday was just as bad. Today's been worse because I've been trying harder. We're almost last now. Number one.
will catch up. Crashing going on up ahead. Racing again. Oh, Brian in the mix too. Getting roughed up. Good time through that little section. Well, I'm going to be able to push that Ray one in. That Ray one is going to be super, super hard to push. Once he gets settled, that's it. He just pushed me back about 12 million miles.
Oh dear. Well. Right, okay, that's that done for the night. I need a bit of a confidence boost. I definitely need a bit of a confidence boost. Dear. Well done, Brian. Out front, Gwen's the second, Wills in third, and the rest of us all piled in behind. Oh, it's going quite well at times. But oh yeah, this is becoming a character building evening, if you want my opinion. Definitely struggling a little bit. Definitely struggling, and I need to get to grips with these cars a little bit more. So I'm hoping in a minute I'm going to be able to do a Sophie race, and we'll see how we go. Right, so just going to go. Thank you, everybody. Oh dear. Right. GR1's tomorrow. And that's going to be in prep. Oh, and the GR3s, of course. Right, okay. Right. Okay, right, so what we're going to do now is I am going to put my headphones on. I am going to dive into some Sophie races, and see what, if anything, we can do. Turn that down, because we don't need that anymore. And let's see if my luck will change. GR1, or I think probably GR1s. Oh, I might do both. We'll see. Oh, my luck is... I don't want parts. My luck is still not changing. Right. Come on. My luck is about to change. Here we go. This is going to be fun. Right, so Daytona. Oh, can we not do Sophie? Oh, you're joking me. Yeah, I tend to find the regular AI is too quick. Too easy. Far too easy.
No.
This is safely staying right off the curves. Not going anywhere near them. Curbs. All right. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I can't stop the rumbling. Okay. All right. I think I'm going to have to call it a day. Oh, yeah, the rumbling is really, really, really bad in this now. It's a lot more. But we got to stay away from the. We've got to stay away from the curbs. Oh, but as you, I think it is late. It is late. I'm way past my well, I need to be. I've just been told off, Nico. Definitely just been told off. The rumbling on this rig is a lot more with the new update. And we were doing okay there. We were going all right until we caught that curb. And once we caught the curb, then yeah, we were in trouble. We were off again. So I'm gonna have to try and find some time offline to do some practice like that with Sophie. Annoyingly, we can't do it with Daytona. So a box of chocolates in order. No, it's just fortunately it's just really rumbly, a lot more than it was before the update. But there we go. Yeah, I didn't realise it was that late. Actually, I didn't realise it was 20 to 12. So yeah, Joanna has said what she said, and she's dead right. We've got to be up early in the morning. So a lot to think about tonight. An awful lot to think about. I need to work on the GR4 cars with the gear changes. We've also got work on the GR3s and just get some confidence back. I just feel like my confidence has gone a little bit there. That Nords was a little bit better. We were coming through the Sophie cars quite nicely there, including some almost dive bombing type moves into some of the corners. Also being able to get some good exits out of the corners. And I think we got up to around about 10th. So we got about halfway through the field, which wasn't too bad on the hardest level. But I think over the next couple of days, I've got to be really careful. And of course, tomorrow we are going to be at Daytona. So we'll see how we go. Anyway, the missus has spoken. So have yourselves a great morning, day, afternoon, night, whatever you're doing. Have a great one. And I will see you again very soon. In the meantime, I might have to go and Google and see how I can quieten down the rig a little bit. Maybe I need to put it on a spongy mat or something. We will see. For now, take care. I'll see you again very soon. Bye.